Yo, stop worrying. Stop stressing. Your universe is not working against you. Everything that's happening in your reality is working for you. Everything in your life is guiding you, training you, conditioning you to be your greatest self. Peace to the gods. Attune. Welcome back to Chance. Welcome back to Opportunity, where you get another chance and another opportunity to be your greatest version, to be your greatest self. I'm Master Tru, Master Disciple of the Most High Chief Baba G, and today we're going to be talking about stop stressing. It's all predestined. Everything that's happening in your life, from every person, every event, every obstacle, every challenge, it's all preparing you for exactly what you want and who you need to be. The only thing that gets in our way is our own perception of what's happening. I don't care how unfair it may seem. I don't care how cruel. I don't care how much you want to be a victim or point the finger. Your universe is always working on your behalf. Sometimes things are not gonna go the way you thought they would. Sometimes things are not gonna go the way you want them to. But that does not mean you get to lose faith. That does not mean you get to be distracted. That does not mean you start doubting yourself. That does not mean you start worrying. What does worrying do? Think about it. I want you to imagine some of your most troubling times. I want you to imagine some of your most challenging moments. I want you to ask yourself, at the end of it, once you made it out, once you overcame it, once you realized that you was gonna be all right, did you ever look back and say, man, I'm so glad I was worried. Man, I'm so glad I was stressed. Man, I'm so glad I was nervous. No, you never say that. Worrying is like asking the universe for what you don't want. Worrying is a state of doubt in what one set out to do, have, and be. I don't care what people say. I don't care what situation presents itself. I don't care what obstacles arise. I don't care what challenges come up. You never begin worrying. Never start doubting yourself. Always understand that this is a moment that is working for me. No matter how crazy it look, no matter how ugly it look, you keep your eyes, your focus, your energy, your attention focused on what you originally said you was gonna do and who you said you was gonna be. It's gonna be times where you doubt yourself. It's gonna be times where you get nervous. It's gonna be times where you start second guessing yourself. But I want you to understand that these are the moments that make or break people. Everybody's faced with dark times. Everybody's faced with challenges. But the difference between those who win and those who lose, those who succeed and those who fail, is what do you do once you're met with this space? Once you're met with doubt? Do you go into the doubt? Do you go deeper into the doubt? Do you stay focused on the doubt? Do you let the doubt pull you down into a space of depression and sadness and giving up on yourself and defeat? Or do you take that opportunity to focus even harder, to give more energy to what you said, because you know that you've invested too much to quit? Quitting is not an option. Failure is an opportunity to learn. It's not an opportunity to give up. Keep going. I don't care what happened. I don't care what it looks like. The only thing that can stop you from doing what you want to do and having what you want to have and being what you want to be is you. Everybody, I don't care who it is, all of the greats have been met with self-doubt. All of the greats have been met with worry. But it does not matter what happens to you. It's all about how you choose to respond. It's going to be times where you're going to be like, man, what the fuck? How? Why? But realize that these moments are opportunity. It is your perception that makes you feel like you're a victim, or why me? Why is this happening to me? This ain't fair. This ain't right. It's a trap. It's a test. You don't have to respond like that. You can look at a challenging situation and be like, once I make it through this, people gonna be looking at me like, damn, that nigga strong. That nigga don't give up. That nigga don't quit. That nigga keep going. If it don't kill you, it make you stronger. And your ass ain't dead yet. So you better keep going. Keep going. Don't never stop. I don't give a fuck how many times they say you crazy. I don't give a damn how many times they say, why you just don't stop? Why you just don't do something else? I don't care how many times you fail. If you fail 398 times, I want you to try it again 399. If you fall 507 times, I want you to get up 508. The only person that can stop you in this whole universe is you. The only person that can give up on you is you. The only person that can decide who you become is you. People do a lot of this, but what does that have to do with the actions you take? People do a lot of this, but talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. Everything that happens to you, understand that it's happening for you. It's happening in your favor. What do you do with this new obstacle? What do you do with this new challenge? The same thing you do with every other obstacle. You keep finding a way to get under it, around it, over it, through it. Never, ever, ever quit on yourself. The only enemy is the inner me. The only person that can stop me is me. The only person that can tell me I'm not good enough is me. The only person that cannot allow me to get another opportunity to keep going is me. Forgive yourself, man. Forgive yourself. Stop staying stuck in the past. That shit was yesterday. That shit was 2 weeks ago. That shit was 2 days ago. That shit was 2 months ago. That shit was 2 years ago. Can't nobody hold you to that shit. It ain't where you came from. It's where you are. It ain't about what happened in the past. The past is irrelevant. Everybody has flaws. So who the fuck do you know that has the right and the authority to say, hey, you can't keep going? You ain't worthy. You ain't good enough. The only person that can tell you that shit is you. People can say it, but it's up to you to make that decision. You the final approving authority on your life. You the final approving authority on whether or not you stop here. This is where I give up. I'm done. I can't handle this shit no more. I'm out of here, buddy. Or you like, nah, fuck that. That was yesterday. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna keep going. Yo, you crazy, dude. I'm gonna keep going. Nah, I'm gonna give it another shot. I'm gonna try again. Because you know that if you give up on yourself, you're gonna regret that shit at the end of your life. You're gonna wish you kept going. You're gonna wish you made it through the chatter. You're gonna realize that other people's perception of you is a reflection of who they are. Fuck them. The greatest perception is the one you hold for yourself. Do you fuck with you? Okay then, fuck everybody else. Do you like you? Okay then, fuck everybody else. Do you love you? Okay then, fuck everybody else. That's the space you gotta be in. You can't be dependent on other people to make you great. You can't be dependent on other people to boost your self-esteem. It's called self-esteem for a reason. Esteem of oneself, how oneself feels about themselves. How do you feel about yourself? That's going to be the driving force on your accomplishment of your goals. You can't rely on other people. Other people are bad sources of self-esteem because everybody's always dealing with themselves. How you know that this person ain't having a bad day, so their bad day is going to be an extension of how they treat you and how they feel about you. Now your self-esteem is fucked up because they don't like you. That's crazy. You have to understand and be solid in who you are, and never, ever, ever allow somebody else to take that away from you, to allow somebody else to change that, to allow somebody to tell you that ain't good enough. That's not acceptable. If you accept you, that's the only thing that matters. If you willing to keep going, that's the only thing that matters. Make sure that you keep your attention and your focus on your greatness. Don't worry. Don't stress. Just keep going. The master has failed more times than the student has even tried. Keep going. You're perfect, meaning you have everything you need to become the person you need to become. You have everything you need to do what you need to do. Now, are you flawless? Of course not. Of course you're not flawless. But who the fuck is? Flaws don't mean you're a failure. It just means you have something to work on, just like everybody else. And don't let having something to work on make you feel less valuable than you actually are. You're so valuable, there's only one of you. Remember that. Never let your perception of what's happening in your reality make you feel less than, make you feel like you're not great, make you feel like you're not worthy, make you feel like you don't deserve the best, because you do. But the thing is, you gotta give it to yourself. Ain't nobody coming to give it to you. You gotta be great. Ain't nobody coming to hand it to you. Ain't nobody coming to hand you shit. Don't nobody owe you shit. If you don't go out here and get it, it ain't coming. Ain't nobody fucking coming to save you. It ain't my job to study you. It ain't my job to master you. It ain't my job to motivate you. It ain't my job to push you. Nigga, you better push your motherfucking self, because what you gonna do when ain't nobody there to push you? You better believe in yourself, because what the fuck you gonna do when don't nobody believe in you? What you gonna do when ain't nobody there but you? You better build your goddamn self up. You better keep your own fire going. You better keep it going. Because you have to be thinking about the worst case scenario. Because if somebody isn't there for you, are you just gonna turn into shit? Are you gonna crumble? Or are you gonna pick yourself up and keep going? Keep going. Always remember, always keep in mind that your universe is working for you, not against you. And all you have to do is keep your focus on what it is that you said you was gonna do, no matter what.